Welcome to the Encore Club Podcast. This is the Encore Club's countdown to Christmas, the first of many. And so, just to explain quickly, the way that this works is we are releasing a podcast a day on the lead up to Christmas, which is a lot of work, but a lot of fun too. And I get to kind of wear all this and sit amongst all this, and I kind of feel like Santa a little bit in a grotto. Without further ado, today is a guest episode. So, my guest today is a presenter and DJ. She DJs over at BBC Radio 1, the Happy Anthems every Saturday, and regularly covers for Molly King on Radio 1's Future Pop. Um, she has hosted events for Universal Music, working with the likes of Zayn Malik, Conan Gray, Fletcher, has interviewed artists such as Sigrid, Tom Grennan, and Mimi Webb, just to name a few. And has also got delved deep, I guess, into the world of BBC introducing and has covered amazing festivals such as Glastonbury, Reading and Leeds, and many more. As a DJ, she specialises in disco and house. By the way, stop me at any point if I get any of this wrong.
No, I'm like, pop off.
She's played at amazing festivals like All Points East and Glastonbury as well. She is midway through an extensive run as a presenter for the Gladiators Live Tour and has recently served as the socials host for the Mercury Awards. Beyond that, she has a background in documentary making and working in that sense with BBC Radio 4 and on programs like Women's Hour and Newscast. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, a huge festive welcome to Maia Beth. Maia, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my goodness! Oh, check that out.
You know what? It
Okay,
didn't work.
let's do it.
There you
Ah,
go.
amazing!
You didn't see it anyway. Who
I am
cares?
blown away. Oh, hello,
How's it
Will.
going? How are you doing?
Yeah, better for that. I think. I think sometimes you forget what you've been up to, and then when someone lists it, you're like, oh, I'm doing all right. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing fine for myself.
I think 100% you deserve to pat yourself on the back with that. That's an extensive list of pretty amazing things that I think most people would be happy to have on their CV. So, congrats.
Thank you very much, and I love your setup as well. It's so festive and so Christmassy.
Thank you. It took me a while to set it up. Sometimes you might not know this. Sometimes I have a co-host with me, depending on if he can be bothered to come. But it's mainly me in here, kind of doing everything. And yeah, the sets when it's not Christmas is a fair bit barer now that I look at it, and it's kind of like, okay, well, do I keep something like this all year round now?
Yeah, I think maybe you could change it to like I don't know, a palm tree in the summer or like a
A palm tree is a good shout, yeah. Just like I don't know, I need like I think more music memorabilia as well. You can't really see it, but on this wall I've got some plaques and stuff, so and some signed bits. But I digress. Anyway, let's talk about you for a little bit. Let's because some people might not know much about you, and obviously I've just given a bit of an extensive rundown, but I want to ask you some kind of questions just to kind of back that up with. So you grew up in Washington,
yes, Tyne and Weir.
Down in Weir. Okay,
Not
awesome.
DC.
No, obviously, yeah. Sorry, I should have prefaced that. um, at the time when you were kind of living, because you live in London now,
Yeah.
um, were you? Was there kind of albums and radio shows that kind of shaped you as a person back then?
Oh my God, what a question. I mean, definitely. I feel like when I was really little, I remember like my mum and dad had like six CDs. Like there's just like six CDs on a shelf, and I would just listen to everyone from end to end. So I think I've always been dead curious about music, but they weren't super musicy people. Like my mum loves like like Tracy Chapman, like Joni Mitchell, that kind of vibe,
Nice.
and whereas my dad is way more like Dio, kind of like Black Sabbath, AC/DC, the classic dad rock, but I'd
Yeah.
say a bit more niche versions of the classic dad rock. And then yeah, growing up, it was just indie bangers. Like I think the Northeast is pretty much like born and raised on like Oasis, Stone Roses, all that kind of vibe. But then like I think I went to see the Libertines maybe 17, 18 times. Like it's just like what you do. You just like I remember like on a Thursday at school, it would always stink a fake tan because everyone was going to a gig on the Friday night. So it would just be like that is every week the plan, what we do.
Oh, amazing, amazing. And is there like a song in particular that you like when you hear it, it kind of just takes you right back to being, I guess, at home in in Washington back then?
Yeah, I think I have one for my mum and one for my dad. So there's like a band called Rainbow who have a song called Stargazer, and it is like a big glam, like almost glam rock, I'd say, banger. And then for my mum, it's do you know Babushka by like Kate
Okay,
Bush, and both are because if we were in the car, that is like what we just belt out. So they would be like the songs that you kind of put the CD in the car and then just like sing your hearts out to.
nice. I love that. It's always good to have a nostalgic couple of songs, isn't it? Just to kind of take you back to those days. And I think I always remember that like the first single I ever bought was "Wannabe" by Spice Girls.
Oh, I love what a great choice. Do you know what's weird for me? The first CD that I had, which is very odd, was a Live Lounge CD, a Radio One Live Lounge CD.
Really?
Yeah, and it's what I
What a
remember.
full circle thing
I
to kind of,
know. I
yeah.
remember walking in and going, smaller than I expected it to be.
Shots fired at the Loud Lounge. No, to be fair, like you would expect to be quite big because
But that's
obviously
what I
the
think it is. I think because it was like such a thing for me growing up, in my head it was like almost like arena size. I was
mm,
like, and you kind of like had all these greats and still have all these great artists kind of coming in to perform there. So when you just see it as a room without the artists in it, it just looks like a room. And then even now when somebody's in it, it kind of transforms it and it becomes a live lounge.
nice, nice. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like I've always wanted to kind of see what it looks like and what's going on in there as a musician myself as well. Like it's always kind of interested me, and I've had friends that have kind of performed there, um, and it's just like it's one of those things where you see clips of it online and stuff, and I don't think it does it justice that to what it actually looks like in there. Um, okay, cool. So growing up, was there kind of a particular moment where you thought, you know, being a DJ, working in media, I guess across the whole was kind of the path that I want to take?
No, like as in like everyone asks me this, and no, like I'm from Washington. It's like a mining village in the northeast. Everyone kind of wants to be a teacher or a doctor. Maybe doctor's like the biggest aspiration. And if you'd said at school that you wanted to be like anything creative, it would have just been shut down. Like I remember, like maybe I wanted to be an actress for a bit. There was a bit where I wanted to be a burlesque dancer. Like I think I knew I always wanted to do something creative, but I just didn't. I think I didn't understand that I could be a radio presenter, or I could be a presenter, or I could be a DJ. Like I didn't know what that meant. Like I think I knew Calvin Harris. You know what I mean? That was kind of my idea of what a DJ was. It just wasn't in the cultural zeitgeist, I suppose. And I completely fell into it. Like, and I'm so glad that I did. But like, I just knew I didn't want to go to university. That was the one thing I knew because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was like, going to university is quite a big thing. And like, I don't want to do it for 3 years unless I'm absolutely sure of the course I want to take. So I applied for an apprenticeship at the BBC, and I remember turning up for the interview in Birmingham, and like everyone was in suits, and everyone looked really smart, and I'd wore like my nice Doc Martens because I thought that's like, and like I was like that's like a purple. I think I wore like purple trousers, black turtleneck, and I thought I looked dead fancy, and I went in, and just everyone was like completely formal wear, and I was like, oh man, like this is like what I actually want to do. And I didn't realize it. And now I feel like I don't fit in. And then I just remember, even in the interview, I thought, oh, there's no. It was like 'cause I did like a news apprenticeship first, and I just remember in an interview thinking, right, there's no way that they're going to give me this job. Like it's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to tell them what I think of BBC News, which I did, and I like literally like broke down things that I thought they weren't doing well enough. And I thought, well, at least then I've said my piece, you know what I mean? I've always been a bit gobby.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and they gave me the job. And I remember them telling me, and I was on the back of a bus in like Newcastle, and there was like people with like a speaker playing like, you know, like Makina, so like dirty techno, proper like northeast dirty techno, and I'm
Yeah.
on the phone to this person really high up at the BBC telling me that I've got this job, that I'm like, how the hell have I got this job because I slagged you off for an hour, like, and I was just like, but so it was just like this moment where I was literally like, oh no, that's amazing, and then I was like, I was trying to get the conversation done as fast as I could because I didn't want anyone to start swearing on the bus or like, so I was going, yes, yes, no, I'll take it, that sounds great, thank you so much, thank you, bye. And then
Amazing.
yeah, and then from that I think going into like somewhere like the BBC as an office made me realize how many jobs actually existed. And then I think it was only then that I actually gave myself a chance to like think about what I wanted to do and like let myself imagine jobs and then kind of do them, which is cool, I think.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. How did you get into the kind of the radio side of it?
Yeah, what a competition! Like, it's in like it's like yeah, it's what I mean. Like, I think a lot of people, are like, my entire life I've wanted to do this and I've worked really hard and I've done this, which is amazing. But I think that also, like, if we're being blunt, just requires a lot of money sometimes. Like, is in like to want to work in a creative job and have the ability to do that, you have to also be able to afford to not make much money, while you're kind of pushing through. So I was just doing loads of different freelance jobs, everything I could, and then Radio One had a competition for a Christmas show. So I was like, I'll apply for that, and then I got one show over Christmas that became three shows over Christmas, which was really cool. And then in the January they asked me to start doing another show, and then it's just kind of continued and spiraled from there, which is lovely.
Amazing. I'm glad that it was a Christmas competition as well,
Yeah,
because that kind of
exactly. Of
fits
the
in nicely.
theme.
Amazing. Okay, cool. That's a really cool story in terms of getting in there. So for anyone who wants to know, enter competitions. It seems to work. So
Yeah, you might win a holiday, you might win a radio show.
exactly, or a car, or yeah, just anything, or nothing. It doesn't have to. You don't have to win all the time.
Well, that's
Um,
how I got into that's how I got into DJing, is that I was like saving money to finance a car, then lockdown happened and I was like, I'll just finance some decks instead.
I mean, it's a fair trade off, to be fair,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, okay, that's cool. Um, so obviously we touched on it. You've covered a load of festivals. You've also performed at a load of festivals. Is there a single, I guess, a single moment at a festival that really kind of you'll always remember that stands out? It could be like a crazy thing that happened, or something that was just like, oh my god, this is huge.
I think firstly Glastonbury because I'd just seen it on the telly like my entire life and like it's obviously dead expensive to go. And then when I found out I was working there, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, sorry, you're paying me to go to Glastonbury. Sorry, I'm being paid to go. And I remember there was a bit at the BBC introducing stage, which just felt surreal, where I don't know if you know, but like introducing do secret sets every year at Glastonbury where they bring back artists that performed on that stage when they were first starting out, and now are doing like amazingly well. Um, and I went backstage and it was just like Louis Theroux, Stormzy sitting together having a chat. And I was just like, what is going on? And then Ray was a secret set, which was phenomenal. And I managed to get my friend, like my mate who's at Glastonbury, who's like one of my best mates from being two. So like he like me and him grew up on the same street together. He literally lives six doors down from me, like in our family homes. And then I managed to like sneak him backstage, and we went like in front of the barrier, and we both just sat in front of the barrier for this like race set together, and it was just like phenomenal. And I just like there's literally a picture she took of the crowd, and it's our faces like right at the front of this. I just aghast because I just couldn't believe it. I was like, that's like the beauty of Glastonbury though, is like you do just like you're just like walking around and like even if just walking around the normal festival, like I was like, oh look, there's Paul Mescal. Oh look, there's Charlie XCX. Oh look, there's my mate from home. Like, so it's just
Yeah.
like you just bump into like everybody and everyone's just on such a like buzz. But yeah, that felt pretty cool, and I also thought it was really nice because it was like I remember Rhea did such a beautiful speech during the thing about how like when she was starting out, like she remembered like how much like them kind of gigs meant to her, and like how there was moments where people made her feel like she wasn't going to succeed, and then now she was like coming back and the tent was, well, I mean, it wasn't even rammed. It was like outside there was people who probably couldn't even see, who could like barely hear, standing there just to be a part of the moment, and that felt really nice.
Amazing. What a story as well. Glastonbury is quite a special festival, to be fair.
Oh, so magic. Like, so magic. I think I've been, like, and I mean genuinely lucky enough to do it like 4 times now. And every time I go, I'm like, this is class. I am having the best time ever. Like, and it's just like I saw like the people I've seen there. Like I've seen Cat Stevens, like Yusuf Islam, who was phenomenal, and I've loved since a child. But equally, I've seen like like you just stumble about. Like I remember watching Barry Can't Swim a couple of years ago, and then a band called the Mary Wallopers were on after, and we were like, oh, we've got half an hour lunch break, we'll stay for one song, and then we were laid back because we were like, we're not leaving this set. Like it was just like like I was like, I will explain when I get back why I'm late, because I like this is like the best. Like it was like Irish trad music, but it was just joyous, and like everyone was loving it, and it's like stuff like that where you like, I would never go see Irish trad music like day to day, but my god, did I love it. Like
This is it. I mean, I think I've worked there for the last couple of years,
yeah,
not this year, but the 2 years before, and like I wasn't like massively au fait on Confidence Man,
yeah.
and then I went and watched their set, and it was just insane. I was like, this is crazy. I
their
love it. Like,
their energy is wild. Like it's
mm,
just so infectious. I think like the moment they start a dance, you're like, why am I dancing? My body
yeah,
is moving.
exactly. Okay, cool. Sorry, back to some. Let's ask you some music-based questions, and I'm gonna throw in some kind of Christmassy based ones, and then just some kind of standard getting to know you type
Of
music
course.
questions. So, the first one is, what was the first concert you ever went to?
It was Girls Aloud. It was phenomenal. But I think actually technically it was like Milkshake. You know, like the line.
Sure.
Yeah. But like the first one that I proper remember was my mum took me to Girls Aloud, and in my there's like probably two versions of the story, which is like in my head I was right at the front, and Sarah. RIP waved at me. Like I literally remember her waving at me from like their little floating like stage, and I waved back and she smiled, right? That's what happens in my head. Realistically, like I've seen the seat numbers. I know we were like right near the back. Like we were like, I mean, like I was like, I
Yeah.
know where we were in the arena. As an adult who works in music, I'm like, part of me is like, maybe she was just waving at the at that side of the arena, but still in my heart, I feel like she was waving at me, and I think it's such a core memory of like just completely joyous pop music. And when they did the reunion tour, I took my friend Levi, and it was the same thing again. Like we went in our little juicy tracksuits, and we just danced the whole night, and it was just joyous. And it's so bizarre in that like I wouldn't say I listened to Girls Aloud every day. But like every word to every song, I was on beat. Like I knew every line, and I was like, "This is such a nice feeling."
Yeah. Yeah. And she was definitely looking you in the eye and
Yes, I
feeling
think
it.
so. I think so.
100%. Yeah, I mean, yeah, moments like that are incredible. And my co-host actually recently went. He took his partner to see Harry Styles, and I remember he kind of texted me on
Amazing.
his way. He was like, "Mate, I'm on my way to see Harry Styles. I'm not going to enjoy this." I was like, "Mate, you are going to enjoy
Mm.
it. You're a musician. You love music. Like you're going to get there, and you're going to be like, this is incredible." I started getting videos of him like screaming the words to satellites. He doesn't know the words to
Yeah,
satellite, but
he was
he's just
trying.
screaming. Exactly, yeah. He was just like, everyone's wearing cowboy boots, but I don't have cowboy boots. It's like, it's okay, mate. You can get cowboy boots. It's fine.
We can buy you some cowboy boots. No, it's so, and also Harry Styles is a weird one in that like obviously loved One Direction as a child, because it was very much my era. Like I was like a proper kid, um, and what was weird for me is like Harry Styles was never my fave, and like I kind of saw him like growing and growing and growing, and like it's kind of like well, not even cult anymore. It was completely mainstream, but like adoration of him, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch him because I'm like, I like him. I think he's good. I just don't get it. You know, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get why everyone's so obsessed with him. And then he came on stage and he was wearing like purple sequin trousers. And it was just, I was like, oh my God, like it was like magnetic. And I was like, oh, you're a performer. I get it now. I was like, within like the first opening note, I was like, I completely understand because like his live performance in particular is just like mesmerizing.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny actually. I'll tell you a very quick story about Harry Styles that involves my little sister, and I've said it once before on the podcast, but it's quite a funny one. Um, she sent me a video whilst I was at work one day, and it's her climbing up a climbing wall at a climbing center in London, and she just sent me a message underneath just saying, "You'll never guess who filmed this." I'm like, well, yeah, obviously I'm not gonna guess who's filmed it. Was it your partner? Like who? What? She's like, it's Harry Styles. I was like, why didn't you film him?
Him,
Like,
yeah.
like, why are you filming you? Um, but yeah, apparently, she was giving Harry Styles some pointers on how to climb a
Phenomenal.
wall. So
Phenomenal.
shout out to my little sister Faith. Hi. Um, she
Wow.
just had a beautiful wedding, and I'm very proud of her. Sorry, back to questions. This is a Christmas-based question. What is one Christmas song that you'll always sing along to loud and proud?
I love a Christmas song. I laughed because
Me
I
too.
was like, any. Um, I feel like Christmas rapping. I mean, it's such probably the hardest one to sing, but I give it a good Merry Christmas. Like, I was like, and I don't think I've ever done it well, but I will do it every time. And I suppose like a nicer one is every year. My family, we have like the 12 days of Christmas on baubles, and then we each put them on the tree and then sing a little bit of it together, and it's really nice because it's
Ah,
like obviously I don't live at home, and then my brother works on like oil rigs, and it just feels like it's a nice little moment where we can all kind of be together as a family and sing badly.
oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, that's nice. A nice family one. The Christmas rapping is a song that I have issues with, only because I worked at Next when I was a
Fine,
fair bit
say
younger
less.
at Christmas, and
Yeah,
obviously that was just
yeah.
like it. They had like maybe 6 Christmas songs on repeat. It was terrible.
No, I
So yeah,
worked at Lush, and I remember one time, like, you know, when you just, I mean, to be honest, I was probably hungover. I was probably hungover and at Lush, which is gorgeous, but like a very strong smelling shop.
yeah.
And you have to be quite joyous. And when you're hungover, it's a lot of mixed emotions. And like the Fairy Tale of New York came on, and I just started crying. Do you know where it was like, do you know the line where it's like, I could have been someone, well, so could anyone. And I'm like I was just like sobbing, and I was like, he kept her dreams. Like he kept, but I'm so bad for that. Like I remember one time I started crying on the tube because I was listening to George Michael and Elton John. You know, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me.
Yeah.
And this is like I'd say like 5, 6 years after George Michael died, and like love his music, did not know the man, right? And I was just like, oh my god, the sun went down on him. Like he's saying, don't let the sun go down on me, but it did. And I just started bawling on the tube, and I was like, you can't do this in public. Like it's not okay. This is very like unhinged behavior. But I think I do feel quite a like deep connection to some songs, like, especially if they're like written with feeling.
Isn't it mad when like you deep some lyrics after a
Mm.
while of hearing a song? So like I mean, there's been a few that I've, but like it's been like maybe a year after I've heard it, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh shit, that hits me in the feels so bad, and it kind of almost changes the whole perspective on the song to make it more of a kind of personalized song to you almost like it means more.
Yeah, and I think also like there's weird ones where like Fleetwood Mac I've grown up listening to, and then as you get older, you realize more and more what the feelings are, and you're kind of like, oh God, like because
Yeah.
I think before I was like, what a nice song, la 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 la, and then you're like, oh, this is just like the dynamics in this band were, this is not healthy, this is madness. Why were they doing this to themselves? Like you're kind of like, oh, and they're singing that on stage together, like it's just
Yeah.
yeah. And I think the more you kind of grow as a person, you can kind of revisit music and it means completely different things. Equally to like some of the songs I was singing as a child were very sexual and I had no idea. Like, you know, like Disco Stick, Lady Gaga. My God. My God.
Yeah.
I would pogo stick to that song and I had no clue.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. A lot of songs that a lot of young people listen to are very. I remember when I was a kid, it was "Sex on the Beach." That
Well, I
couldn't
mean,
be more
the
blatant if you
clue was
tried.
in the title.
I mean, yeah, but I was a very innocent little 7-year-old or something when it came out, so forgive me. um, okay, let me ask you this. Let's say your life is a fictional Christmas movie.
I'm in.
I'm going to give you a scene, and I need you to set the music to it. And the scene is that you're holding a boombox above your head outside somebody's window at 3 a.m. that you're declaring your love to. So what music is playing in the background?
Oh my God. That is such a good question. What is a good love song?
Just hard techno.
Yeah, in it like heavy metal. Oh, I don't know why it came to my head. Um, it's probably maybe because you said that. Do you know "Want You Bad" by The Offspring, where it's just like,
What's the
yeah,
song, by the way?
yeah. Like I just think like just pure. Like I don't think I'm very. I'm not a like I said, like my friends will all say like that I show emotion on birthday cards. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Nice.
not a like love you lots kind of person. Apart from with like a few people. So I think if I was in that moment genuinely, and it would not be something soppy, it couldn't be. It would have to be like, yeah, like something like "Want You Bad" from The Offspring, where it's just like "I want you bad," and then I would have to do like some kind of like shitty karaoke with it, and I'd have to make it a completely different moment because I think I would feel violently uncomfortable with it being like a romantic, soppy love song. And even if I was doing that, like I think, yeah, there's definitely a place for that in the world. But like, if I was outside in public and people could know I was doing it, and if it's going to be in a movie, I'm not showing that side of myself.
No, that's fair. I think that's, and it's a good look. Like, there's the line, well, I want you all tattooed. You have to stand there with like a tattoo gun, just like,
Yeah, just
come on.
ready. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
No, I said that to my friend when I was 13. I was like, I want a boyfriend for neck tattoo, and if he doesn't have a neck tattoo, I'm gonna make him get one, and that will show that he really loves me. And then now when my boyfriend, when I got with him, she texted me and she was like, "And does he have a neck tattoo?" And I was like, pending.
You
So
can have Maya just like
yeah, exactly.
huge.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's like, I don't know. I was like, it's just one of them. Do you know when you're like a teen and there's just something that you're like, yeah, I can see this for me. And for
Yeah.
me, it was neck tattoo, which is probably quite telling.
I mean, I think it's a fair choice, you know. I've got psoriasis, so I can't get tattoos, but I would 100% if I could get like a full sleeve and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
You
where I'm
look
very
cool
much.
with a sleeve. I could see you with a sleeve.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've got the nose ring, so like I'm halfway there. Like I used to have a lot of piercings. I'm very much like emo generation
Oh, so am I. I mean,
pop punk.
people don't think I am, but I was like, I was a really bad emo in that I was so happy to be an emo. Like, I just had the best emo experience of like never being sad and just loving the music. And
Yes.
then I said, like, to my mates the other day, I was like, it's crazy because I like realized one day, I was like, oh, I can still listen to the music, but I don't have to dress emo anymore. And it was like this big revelation in my
You've
life
grown
where I
up
was,
slightly, and it's become cool to kind of wear a bit of color all of a sudden.
yeah,
I'm got
I
like
was like,
skinny
oh my
black
god, I
jeans.
can wear a pink dress and I can still listen to Avenged Sevenfold. This is a game changer.
Yeah.
So like, it was honestly like a coming of age moment for me, but I still love the music.
Okay, let me ask you this. And this doesn't have to be someone that's famous. It can be a family member, or it can be someone famous, to be completely fair. It's up to you. Who is your biggest hero in life?
My goodness, who is my biggest hero in life? Um, oh, who's my biggest hero in life? Um, I've always said, in terms of musical hero, um, Kate Nash, just because, which is quite, I mean, but I just think, like, so growing up, I absolutely loved her music, and like, it was just like kind of like when I remember going and buying her CDs and thinking she was really cool. But I think it's kind of gone past that now, in that like she's like used her platform just for like so much good, and she's so gobby, and like I think she just taught me that you can be a really gobby woman and it can be great. And like a lot of the things that I'm angry about in the world, sometimes I like look at what she's saying about them and I'm like, that's how I think, but you've just said it in a better way than I can say it myself. And I just think she's so cool. Like she did a documentary years ago now that I watched um about how unfair the music industry was. And I think
Mm.
that's brave in itself to be an artist and like make a whole documentary on how much you've been messed over by the music industry. She's like violently campaigning for like trans rights when she doesn't need to. That's like the beautiful thing. I just think she's such a like, I mean, she does need to, and that is a very important topic, but like, she just goes out of her way to help people who don't have a voice. And
Yeah.
I think she, like, yeah, she's very open about like sex worker rights, and also like independent venues and how important it is to have independent venues, and she like really throws herself into caring. And I think that's a really beautiful thing of like, she hasn't just chose the career, like she's kept her morals, and that's hard to do, I think, in music sometimes.
Definitely.
Also, on a side note, I'm obsessed with wrestling, and I'm like training to be a professional wrestler, and Glow was really cool, which is like not the like thing, but it was like, and it was really nice this year. Like I met her, and I have met very famous people and been cool. And I was just like to her, listen, I am not going to be cool. I'm just about to be a mess. I was like, I did my year 7 music project on you. Like, I was like, I'm so in awe of everything you've done. And she was just so lovely and kind. And then like, even like when I did Gladiators, and I found out I was doing Gladiators, she like commented on my Instagram post, and I was actually like, this is so surreal, because it's like she is healing my inner child and doesn't even realize that she's doing it. Like, isn't
Yeah.
that nice? Like, just by
That's
being a
incredible.
good person, just by being a good person.
She's someone I've always wanted to get on the podcast, and I've tried a few times, but she's just so busy all the time
Yeah,
now,
she's just
touring
smashing it.
everywhere, and
Yeah.
yeah, like Glow was an amazing show as well. Like
Mm.
yeah, Mark Maron was class in that as well, and she really stood out. Yeah, yeah, like a really amazing artist, and also Fingertips, like what a song, like literally just one of the biggest songs of my life anyway. Like I loved it. Um, and I'm glad you mentioned independent venues there, because our next segment is a very quick shout out to an independent venue. So
Woo!
I wondered if you had any independent venues that you just wanted to give a quick shout out to. Obviously, they're struggling sometimes, these independent venues, so it's nice to kind of say, you know,
Yeah, I mean, well, let me think of something like, because I mean, the sad thing is that a lot of them in Newcastle have closed down, which is
this is
pretty.
it exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and also I loved Leadmill in Sheffield, but I think that's gone now as well. And then the one that always think of is, what's the working men's club in Leeds? Leeds Music Working Men's Club. That is great, but I think they're good. I hope they're good, because they're brilliant. Um, um, Leeds Broodnell Social Club.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, classic. It's an
nice.
absolute classic of the game, but I just think it's such a good example of what a work yeah, how to use the space for good. This place called the Grove, and that's just opened in Bright Biker, and it's really cool. Like, it made me really happy to go there. Um so it's like Biker Grove. Let's see what they did
Nice, I love that.
there. Yeah, and it's just class. Because I went in and I was like, oh, this is the kind of space that I wanted in Newcastle when I was little, and now it exists. So that is so nice. Like, and it was just like upstairs was like an art space. I had a recording like area. There was like a bit that people were using photography. They have gigs there, and I was like, yes, more of this in life. This is all I want, please. It's just so nice. But yeah, I think that like the sad part of this conversation is, like I said, like a lot of the ones that I went to are gone, and a lot of the ones that I love are gone. And like, there's some really like the Lexington in London, I think is really cool. I like going there.
Yeah,
And there's like loads of places still, but like, yeah, you just get the sense they're struggling, and it's shite, and it's because no one has any money to go out and spend.
I know. And gig tickets are like getting more and more expensive.
It's
Like,
no, because I literally remember paying like 15 to 20 quid for a gig, right? And then we'd do this thing. I mean, this is probably, well, I mean, it is illegal, but it's not really illegal. But everyone wanted standing tickets for gigs in Newcastle, right? The standing tickets are the hardest ones to get. So you'd find one person in your year who had the standing tickets, and then they would go to the toilet at the gig. You'd have seated tickets. You still bought a ticket, and then they'd like swap out the tickets with you. So they already had their stamp. They give you your standing ticket, and then
nice.
you'd go in and you'd get to watch it still. Um, but like stuff like that. Like, that was my entire childhood, and it was like I could afford to do it with my like Saturday job. You know what I mean? Whereas now I'm like, if I did a Saturday job, I'd have to work for like months to afford like a Taylor Swift ticket or a My Chemical Romance ticket. Like they're just hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
The MyChem like tickets that recently came out were just like astronomical. Even for like
Yeah.
the nosebleed seats are just, I think they were still 70 odd quid just
Insane. Yeah, I
get into
saw I
Wembley.
saw Beyonce in the back row, and I mean the back row. And we paid £80 and we had a great time. But I was like, 80 quid is insane still. I mean, it was a great show, but like I was like, I can't even see it. Yeah.
This is it.
So
At what point are you just watching the TV, the big screen?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
mm,
Yeah, and when My Chemical Romance came last time, I saw them twice, and it just made me desperate to go see them again. But it's just hard. Like it's just hard. Got
yeah.
a rent to pay.
Well, exactly. The last time I saw them, I was 16, and it was the Black Parade tour.
Yeah.
And I saw that at the NEC, and like it was incredible. But like I was able to afford so many gigs then that I went and saw Foo Fighters there, and
So cool.
it's just amazing to only spend £50 and still get relatively close to where you want to
Yeah.
be. I remember starting a Mexican wave at Lincoln Park at the MEN in Manchester. So I was stood down in the pit with a couple of my friends, and there was this band called Nova something.
Nova Twins? No?
No, to be fair, I don't think they made it much past. They were supporting Lincoln Park at a different gig, so they got invited guest list for it. But I don't recall seeing them kind of progress from that. But I made them kind of stand up and do
That's
the
good.
whole Mexican wave, and then suddenly, like, I filmed it on my phone, and you can just see the whole, like, the whole audience around this arena just start doing a Mexican wave. I was like, yes, we did it.
I love that kind of joy you get, like absolute pure joy with strangers at a
Yeah,
gig. Like you're just dancing with people you don't know. And like the classic thing of like, yeah, I'd say like pop punk, rock music. It's like if someone falls down, we
pick
pick
them
them
up.
up.
Yeah,
And it's like
100%.
as simple as that. And I find it strange because also like I really love pop music and I think pop and metal in particular have so much parallels in how their fans are and they don't see it. But I find it sad in pop music that there's such a like me and the artist in that like people are like I've queued all day therefore I deserve to be at barrier, or it's like I've got this spot therefore I'm not moving from this spot. And I think sometimes if you're in that mindset you can lose the magic, whereas
Yeah.
it's like if you kind of like flow with the crowd, okay, you might be at the front for a bit, you might be at the back for a bit, you might go for a wee and then find your friends again. Like that's a way nicer way to experience music.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Have you checked out any Electric Callboy? Any
No.
chance? No. Okay, another band for you to check out.
Yeah, I'm loving that music
Oh, there you
recommendations. I'm
go.
all for it. It's great.
Electric Callboy are a German band.
Yeah.
I saw them at Slam Dunk last year. Didn't know what to expect, and then it was just like it's like Euro pop mixed with metal,
Oh, in.
and they stopped the gig halfway through, brought out a campfire, did um, "I Want It That Way" by Backstreet Boys as a huge sing along.
I love it.
Um, their current drummer is like the old drummer for Sum 41.
Nice,
So yeah,
nice.
it's like they've got some huge songs, and their whole gig they've spent all their budget on like fire and confetti, and like I'm pretty sure they shot confetti like 6 times throughout like not even a headline set. So it was just like it was insane and well worth a watch.
Yeah, I'm all for
Um,
it. I keep saying to people, I'm like, when I do my wrestling debut, it doesn't matter where it is, doesn't matter if it's in like a random sport hall, I'm having pyro. And they keep on being like, you can't just have, I'm having pyro. I want confetti cannons. Even if it's my friends with party poppers either side of me, there will be confetti.
oh, definitely. Have you been fortunate enough to meet any kind of AEW or WWE stars or anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm way more AEW coded than I am WWE.
Nice.
I watch AEW a lot more. Because I do a lot of stuff on the British indie scene. A lot of
Mm.
people from AEW and WWE, to be fair, kind of come from there, which is really cool because you kind of see like for example, Progress Wrestling. Yeah, I got a chance to go like Tony Storm, or like Will Ospreay. Like they all were doing that like literally a couple of years ago. Windsor as well. She's just gone on to AW. Jamie Hayter. So it's like kind of like it's cool because you're seeing them. like for literally like £10, £20, and
Yeah.
then they're doing these massive arenas. And then when AEW came to London, it was like mad. I was like, oh, there you are, in front of hundreds of thousands of people. That's really cool.
I've been trying to get like a wrestler to come on because I think it'd be cool to get there. They always have to choose like awesome entry music and things like
Yeah,
that, and I
yeah.
just think they're gonna have such a good perspective on music. And
There's some people as well who have a really cool music taste. There's a guy called, do you know Zazaya?
no,
He's gonna be big. He's gonna be maybe a good person to get before he gets really
before he
big.
gets blows
Yeah,
up. Okay, nice.
because but he's got a great music taste. He's like showed me loads of cool stuff. He's from Spain, so like it's like a lot of it's a guy called Truno that he showed me, which who's just a vibe. And he's got like a good music taste and like stuff that I had never again would have listened to normally, but now listen to all the time.
Nice. Nice. Okay, yeah, I need to check them out then. I may have to get you to like Instagram me that just so I
Yeah,
know.
I'm
That
gonna
I'm,
send you lists of people.
yeah,
Like
please
if
do,
you
and
want
I'll send you
listeners,
bands that you
yeah.
haven't heard of, hopefully. Right. Sorry. Let's talk about your dream gig. I think let's set the scene a little bit first though. So I think if we maybe start with the venue. So the way that this works is it's your dream gig, so it can be anywhere. And just to give you an idea, we've had someone having it in their back garden. We've had Glastonbury. We've had someone chose a forest in Alaska under the Northern Lights with no
Beautiful.
stage.
Oh, beautiful.
Anywhere that you want, where would be your dream venue for your concert?
So my dream venue, I think, is like I only want it to be maybe like 2,000 people max. Like I want
No,
it to be quite a small crowd, um, but not necessarily all people I know, like some strangers, and just have everyone really, really excited to be there. I'd like it to be sunny, but not too sunny. So like, so I'm like,
no,
kind of like your Primavera vibe of like a
nice. Okay,
sunshiny kind of thing in nature. Like again, I don't want it to be red rocks, but I want it to be that kind of vibe of like people can sit if they want, people can stand if they want, maybe in a forest, like that kind of. Like I went to Kendall Calling when I was little with my best mate, and we did like a silent disco in a forest, like, and there was like twinkly fairy lights, and it just felt
amazing.
so nice. And then we went to see Elvana in the forest. He was a guy who dresses up as Elvis and sings Nirvana songs, and it was just like the setting almost made it even better. Like so, I think
Yeah,
yeah, twinkly fairy light forest in the sunshine as the sun is setting, and just lots of people like comfortable. I think is like probably the thing. Like I think I just want people to feel really like joyous and excited and ready to dance.
nice. I love that. And Elvana are class, by the way. I've seen them
Yeah.
a few
Oh
times.
my! I've seen them
They're
so
really
many
good.
times since. What a
Yeah, yeah.
band!
Yeah, again, trying to get them on the podcast has been a nightmare because they just don't seem to want to do any interviews at the moment. So, but they are extremely busy as well, so I can't really blame them. Um, okay, so you said like roughly 2,000 people, no more than that. But who are you taking with you?
So
Is
this
there
is the
like a
thing. I
tour?
think not be a cow, but I think I want it to change in between each band. So if I'm doing like a lineup, I think I want to have like a bit of like everyone in the crowd, but I kind of move from people to people and
Love
kind of
that.
like spend time with different people in the crowd, but know that when I'm not with other people, they're still having a nice time.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So you essentially know everyone there, but you're gonna move from group to group.
Yeah, or even just lots of strangers too. But I just want to have a few little groups of like pockets of people that I have for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. That's awesome. And when you go to a gig, what's like everyone has like a pre-gig ritual, I guess. So like are you going to the bar to get a drink? Are you checking
Yeah,
out
I'm like
merch?
drinking. Yeah, I think I definitely like. I love a pint. Like I love it. Also, weirdly, like
Nice.
a pint of cider at a gig. I think maybe from being young, but like really, really cold cider when you're about to
Mm,
get really sweaty is really nice.
yeah, cider's a win. Or snake bites sometimes if you really want to go
Mm.
all out. Yeah, okay, cool. So you're getting a drink. Um, do you ever buy merch? I feel like it's so expensive these days.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do, but it takes a lot for me to buy merch, I think. Like I buy vinyl,
No?
but I think in terms of like t-shirts and stuff, I'll like the last person I bought a t-shirt for was Suki Waterhouse. So I thought, and then big special as well. Like I think especially if they're like if it's a moment I've really enjoyed, or if it's a band that's coming up and I feel like this money's going in your pocket, yeah, then I'm happy to buy merch. If it's
No,
like Taylor Swift, I will love the night. I'm like, you ain't need my money. You're fine. You know what I mean? Whereas if it's someone who's kind of like starting out, then I'm way more gonna.
go support them. Okay, that's fair. That's completely fair. I saw Wheatus with Bowling for Soup recently, and they were selling hoodies for £75, and I was just like, "Oh God,
Oh,
that's a lot of money."
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we get an idea of your kind of venue, who's going to be there, what's going to look like. Before we start looking at your kind of first act of the evening, I've got a few more kind of questions about you, really, more than your dream gig. So, if you'll indulge me,
Of course.
what Christmas song do you secretly hate, even though everyone else loves it?
Oh, it's probably the most controversial one I can say, and I've never said it out loud, but
Go
I'm
on,
gonna
hit us
say
with
it.
it.
I hate, and I hate. I just can't stop. I don't like the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
No, really.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's like the most popular. Everyone loves it. And, no. Like, I just, it's no, not. And I love Mariah. I love her other stuff. It's like Sweet Fantasy. I can get behind,
It's true. Yeah.
but that song does my head in. Sorry.
That's fair. I think it could be also one of those ones where it's just overplayed a
I
little
didn't ever
bit.
like it. Didn't ever.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I mean, you literally gave me an out, and I dug my own grave. I was like, no, I'm doubling
Yeah,
down
it's
on
like,
this.
yeah, no, I'm gonna help you out here. No, okay, fine.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, sorry. It's just not for me. Like, it's
No,
just
that's
not for
fair.
me.
That's fair. I
I like
mean,
her
I'm not
outfit in the video. I'll give her that. It's a gorgeous outfit.
okay. Well, Mariah, you can take because she's watching. Obviously,
Yeah,
you can
obviously.
take that with you. Um, Maya likes your outfit, but not the song. Um, okay, what's your go-to karaoke song? Not Christmas.
um, I like You Ought to Know. I like Morissette. Like that's a good
Okay,
one. I like The Beautiful South. Don't Marry Her. I think that's a good one to do.
good song.
Yeah, I
Nice.
feel like maybe a bit of Robbie as well. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong with a
like
bit of Robbie.
Angels or like the classic, or are we going
Maybe
something
like
a little?
a rock DJ.
I
And
was
then
gonna
there was
say
a
okay.
real phase in my life where I kept in Newcastle getting really drunk and doing Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Um, and
Okay.
I feel like I wouldn't be against that coming back again. I quite enjoyed that.
Nice. I think we need to see that at some point. Okay, cool. Okay, what's the most unexpected thing that you learned about the music industry?
What a question. I- if you think why has somebody got a job here, it's probably because their dad works there. Like, I think no.
Nepo
On a
babies everywhere.
yeah, on a level, it really surprised me how many people knew how many people in that like um I knew no one, like I knew nobody at all. And then I remember there was a time where I was talking to a group of people and they realized they all went to the same school. And then I said to them, I was like, do you know how mental it would be for me to find someone who went to my school in this whole industry? Like, not in this room, but like somebody who went to the same primary or secondary school as me and now does this as a job. Like, and I think I never really realized until I was in it then. And equally, like, I love all these people. They're gorgeous people. I get on with them really well. But I didn't realize how much that was a thing until I was in it. And then I think what's nice is then you kind of get a counterculture of community where, like, now me and my friends that I've made, like, help each other in the same way. So you have,
Mm.
like, still nepotism, but I'd say healthy nepotism. And, like, we really actively try and help each other out. And that's nice. And it kind of builds a community of, like, helping other people. So, like, if someone messages me and says, like I had a girl message me the other day and she was like, oh, I'm about to do this for the first time. Like, could you have time for a call? And I just thought that was me like 5, 6 years ago. Like, I
Yeah.
remember writing that message. So it's like nice to be able to then help people with their next steps. And there's still people like, oh my God, like Clara Amthor, Lauren Laverne, who did that for me and are like the kindest souls. And they're like now like well into their career, very established. And I think because they're from the industry, but they weren't born into the industry. You really see how they still get it, and it's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, I love that. I think this whole podcast is kind of based on that kind of relationship with people where we kind of rely on people to the kindness of strangers to kind of be like, yeah, okay, this sounds like a fun idea. I'll give it a go. I mean, you don't have a huge following, but it's worth coming on because it's fun to talk about, dream concerts and stuff, and
It's fun to talk
hopefully,
about music. Like, I've really enjoyed
exactly.
just speaking to you about songs.
This is it. I think like in our first season, the main bit of feedback we got from a lot of people, like comedian Matt Richardson and stuff, was this is a chat that I have in a pub with my mates. This
Mm.
kind of everything music and then like building a dream gig. It's like the what ifs of music basically. Um, and I think to toot my own horn too much, but it's made me very proud of what I've done in terms of we're 7 months old as a podcast. We're on season 2, and we've had huge international artists on, and we keep on growing and growing, and we've got to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube,
It's
and
amazing.
it's for me, it's like how the fuck have I got here so quickly?
No,
um,
you should be so proud of yourself as well, because it's like you're
Thank
building
you.
something from scratch. That's a gorgeous thing, and it's your thing, and you're doing it exactly the way you want to do it, and that's lovely.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. um, okay. Is there a song that maybe always gets you emotional, but in a good way? And if so, why?
Yes, I think whenever people ask what my favorite song is, I find it hard, and that like I think I have two, and there's like one big joyous one, and then there's one that's maybe a bit more like this. Um, and it's like Vienna by Billy Joel, because
Okay.
I don't know if you know it, but it's just so bizarre in that like it's just like one of them songs that you listen to and you're like, God, he's writing about he's writing about women. How does he know? Like isn't like it's just about like it's just a song about like him soothing someone, and it's just like me and all my like female mates are like, this is how I feel about work. Like this is how I feel about life. And it's just like it's basically this song which is just like slow down. It's okay to have ambition, but you just need to take a breather sometimes. Like everything will be there, you can just walk a bit slower and look after yourself along the way. And I think sometimes when I am in like the hectic chaos of creative industries, I listen to that and I'm like, oh yeah, like taking a break is all right. And even the song in itself is like a break, which is nice.
Awesome. Great answer, by the way.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Okay, love that. Let me ask you. Let's think of another Christmas question. Okay. Um, is there like a Christmas movie you have to watch every year?
Oh, I love so many Christmas movies. I have to start like 1st of November to get them all in.
Nice.
I like I like watching. Oh my God, what's it called? What's the really sad one? The really sad one, the black and white. It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, love watching that with my
Nice.
mum and having a sob on Christmas Eve. Really like
Nice.
that. That's a nice way to spend the day before joy is just sobbing your heart out. But I love Love Actually. I'm a basic bitch. I love Love Actually. I like The Holiday. I like all
Okay.
the
The
ones
Holiday.
where you hate The Holiday.
No, no, no. I just said okay. The
Oh,
Holiday.
I thought you
I
went,
don't
I
hate it.
hate The
Don't worry.
Holiday. I was like, Jack Black's in that movie. Okay. No, and I love The Holiday. Yeah, I feel like Love Actually, The Holiday are my go-tos of just like pure fun. I'm not really like, I understand Elf. I
I was going to ask about
understand,
Elf.
yeah, is it Jingle All the Way? I kind of,
Yep.
yeah, get it. I get it. I just wouldn't choose it.
That's fair. Okay, where do you stand on Nightmare Before Christmas? Is that Halloween or Christmas?
Halloween. I just think it's a Halloween film.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Freddy
It's fair.
Claus.
I feel like it's the space between Halloween and Christmas. That's a good, like,
Oh my God, that's
early November.
yes, you're spot on actually. Oh, I love that movie. I haven't watched it in ages. Well, because it hasn't been like Christmas time and now we're in the season.
There
So
you go.
sorted.
I heard a rumor online, so I don't know how well to receive this rumor, but they might be doing a live action remake of Nightmare Before
Oh,
Christmas.
do you know what? I'm actually like normally against a live action remake because I think what's the point? But that would be really cool.
It'd be interesting, especially if it's Tim Burton, like still
Yeah.
directing it. It'll be. he'll make it good, I think,
Yeah, I
regardless of
agree.
where
But
he
I feel
goes
like
with it.
if I out the two, I think Corpse Bride is like a live action would be cooler.
Yes. Well, funny you say that because that was originally what he was going to go with, allegedly. They were going to
Ah, and
do
then
Corpse
swapped.
Bride and then they swapped. And then I read somewhere that the names attached are, is it Anya Taylor-Joy?
I knew you were gonna say that. I wish I'd said it because like I bet it's her. She has the face. Like she just
And
has the look.
exactly. And then weirdly, Timothy Chalamet.
I see that as well. I
The
actually
Corpse
do.
Bride, that definitely works.
Yeah, that definitely does.
Okay, yeah, sorry. That little bit of a tangent there, but that's this happens a lot on the podcast. I just go off on one about random stuff. So, thank you for bearing with me. Let's
Of
play a quick
course.
game. This game is called the Sacred Three. You are given the ability to choose one song, one artist, and one album, and all other music is deleted off the face of the earth. So, to give you an example of this, you could choose all these things that I've done by the Killers as the song. The artist could be the Beatles, and the album could be Definitely Maybe by Oasis. But every other piece of music has been deleted. The artist you choose is their whole catalogue, so you get all of their music.
That is so mean. Um, that's such a cruel thing to do. I thought we were for it.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay. Song is Jamelia Superstar.
Okay, as the song, yeah?
Yeah, just
Amazing.
yeah. I just think I need that song in my life. I just think
Right.
if I'm sad, it'll cheer me up. If I'm happy, it'll make me happier. Um, okay, so that's sorted. Song's Jamelia Superstar. Locked in. Um, album. My artist has got to be someone that I find soothing, I think. Someone that I can just listen to.
You got to like most of their music though, surely as well, because you got that whole
Yeah.
catalog. So
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not name me an artist. Um, oh, I don't know. Oh God, you're so mean. This is
sorry,
so mean. Oh, oh. And also, I know it's not real, but I just feel like it's real.
I get that a lot, and they're like, "This is
Yeah.
horrible that you're doing this to me." It's like it's not real. It's just a game, please.
Okay. What about if I pick an artist that's still making music, can I have their future stuff?
100%. Yeah, it's
Okay.
their whole catalog for life. So
Okay. So I think maybe for artist, I'd pick CMAT, um, because
okay,
she has real good range of emotion, and every time she releases a new album, I'm like, this is not what I expected from you. It sounds completely different, but I like it. So I think Jamelia Superstar, CMAT, and then oh, I need something angrier, like.
just an
mm,
angry album.
Yeah, like like something maybe maybe soft play. Maybe one of soft play's like but which album? Mm, soft play. Let's do Heavy Jelly. Soft play.
Heavy Jelly. Okay, that's. I
That's
think.
answers that were panicked.
Well, I'm gonna say in 2 seasons that may be the most eclectic mix that I've ever had for that answer, which I really enjoy actually. It's probably a good time to tell you that with every episode we do, I essentially jot down all the music that you've mentioned and I create a Spotify playlist.
Oh,
So
I
you
love
have
it.
a playlist attached.
It's gonna be chaos.
Honestly, I think our first one had the Crazy Frog, Bring Me the Horizon, the Kooks, Libertines, and then like the Mr. Blobby song or something like that.
Oh,
It
gorgeous
was
work.
it was madness, but it makes for an interesting listen. So, um, great choices, by the way. That is your sacred three. All other music has been deleted, so that's all you've got from now on. Good luck with the radio show.
It's gonna be repetitive.
Yeah. Let's talk about your first act for your dream concert.
Okay, act number one, right,
Act number one. Let's go for it.
is This is the Sisters, but
Nice. Okay.
with animatronic.
Yeah.
Um, and I want to be with all my friends, and I want to be specifically tequila and prosecco drunk. Um, and I want to be covered in glitter, and I want to be dancing.
You're a big tequila fan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to get the word out about Vedita. Do you know about Vedita?
No. Teach what's how do I spell this? I'm writing it down.
Verdita.
Verdita.
So it is um it's a
That
follow-up
sounds
shop.
good. It sounds good.
I first had it when I was working at Kendall Calling, putting up a stage,
Yes, love Kendall Cullen. Great
and
festival.
yeah, amazing. They have a stretch tent called Chai Wallas, and my mum's friend owns it and runs it, and I was kind of working for them for a season, and they made these Veditas to go with their tequila shots, and it was like a revelation for me. I was just like, this is amazing. Like, what a way to calm down a tequila shot and make it like really flavoursome as well.
How do you make them? I might make one tonight. That sounds great.
I can I'll Instagram you the recipe because it's
Please.
really easy. A little bit weird because you need coriander and jalapenos and pineapple juice and mint.
But that makes sense to me. I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, that's kind of what
Weirdly,
I
it does,
yeah.
right? I tried to send Charlotte Sands this after our episode because she asked for it and she hasn't responded, so she might not have liked it.
She hated
Um,
it.
but yeah, it's a great drink, so have that. But yeah, sorry, back to your dream gig. So you've got tequila and prosecco, did you say?
Yeah, a mixture of tequila and prosecco drink. And
Together?
no, like
I was
shot of
gonna say.
tequila, yeah, tequila lemonade. That's a good sneak into a festival drink, tequila lemonade.
Nice. I mean, it's your dream gig, so you could literally have someone walk up to you with a tray of all of this whenever you want. You could be
Oh,
like,
I'd hate that. No, I want the joy of sneaking in the tequila pouch.
okay, fine, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on those
they're
camel
giving
bags.
out free lemonade. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
and
Okay, cool. You're sneaking in your alcohol. That's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. Amazing. Okay, and what is Scissor Sisters' encore song?
I think so. I want them to do all the classics the whole way through.
Nice.
Everyone's enjoying them. Love every moment. But they have an album called Night Work that I really love, and it's so slept on, and it's like 100 quid for the vinyl. Like it just didn't like wasn't a commercial success in the same way. But I think it's one of the best. Like it's so ahead of its time in terms of like house music, and every song's great. And I don't even know if they've played anything from that album, I'd be happy. The song called Any Which Way, and it has this like really nice build at the start. And I think it would be such a lovely moment if I thought they were done. And then they just do that little build, and I realise what it is ahead of everybody else. And I'm just like, this is the song. They're playing the song. And I think it would
Nice.
be good for me. So I think, yeah, I'd like that. Maybe that into a
Awesome.
classic. Maybe that into Filthy Gorgeous. If they can do a double encore.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. That's fine by me. I'm very happy with double or even triple encores there. It's the way forward, isn't it? You can't just have one. Okay, awesome. So Scissor Sisters they've completed their gig. They're heading off stage. Before the next act comes on, I have a few more quick questions.
Beautiful.
Um,
Hit me.
in your life, who would you trust least to DJ a party? Throw someone under the bus. Let's go with them.
I'm a DJ, so I'm judgy.
That's fine. If
Yeah,
anyone is qualified to do this, it's you. So
yeah, it's true. Who would I? um, uh, maybe my boyfriend, just because,
nice.
just because I'm like we love a bit of cringe music together. Like it's good fun. Um, but if I was curating a vibe and like trying to read a room of people, I just feel like he'd put on what he liked, and then it would be like him having a great time. I'd be having a great time because he was having a great time.
What kind of music is he into?
Mixture, like a bit pop punk, like a bit of
Nice.
rap, like American rap, um, like some kind of softer, more gentle stuff. Loves Chapel Roan. So to be fair, it's not like the music would be bad. I don't think the music would be bad at all. I think it's got a great taste in music, but in terms of DJing and being able to like read a room, because he'll be
Nice.
like, Pink Pony Club's a great song. What do you mean you don't want to listen to Pink Pony Club? I love Pink Pony Club. So
Go from that into like Fat Lip by sort of
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
yeah.
again, like I'd be loving it, but I'm trying to think of the
It's
collective.
niche. Like that's fair. Okay, cool. Well, I'm sure your boyfriend understands your choice, so that's fair. Um, is there been like a moment in your career so far that's kind of felt like a pinch me moment?
All of it. all of it. No, for real, like I didn't expect to do any of this. Every single bit of it is such a blessing, and I always feel like a wanker saying that, but I mean it. Like I just can't believe I'm doing it half the time. It's surreal. I think weird moment for me when I interviewed Zayn Malik. I did like his album launch, and like I was just chatting to him after, and I was just like, this is mental. I'm just chatting to Zayn
Just
Malik.
chat
And
with
like,
Zayn.
he's actually a really nice bloke. And it was so normal in the time. But then in the back of my head, I just kept thinking, you were on my wall as a child? Do you not tell him he was on my wall as a child? Like, it was just like, it was just bizarre. Like, I think moments like that, like the Kate Nash moment as well, like when I introduced her on stage at Glastonbury, like, I was like, this is so cool. Like, I think they're the moments that matter more to me. Like, I meet really cool people, and like, there's people that I've like been lucky enough to, especially because I do a lot of new music stuff, like Miles Smith, for example. I hosted one of his first gigs at a new music night to like
Nice.
100 people, 150 people. And now he's on tour with Ed Sheeran. He's got like number ones. He's just smashing life. And like moments like that are really lovely because you get to see people thrive and grow, and you're like a tiny part of their journey, but you're like, I like not being a main character sometimes. Like I like being like maybe unnamed character in movie. And I think that's really nice. But then in terms of like me personally, I think it doesn't matter how famous someone is, it matters how famous they were to me as a child. And
Yeah.
like that's proper cool. Like I remember All Time Low were doing a thing for the rock show, and my producer was like, just pretend that you're doing a show, pretend you're doing a show and finish it. So I went in, and then they like walked into the room, and I was like, I'm Maia Beth, this is radio. Oh, sorry guys, could you just give me a moment? And then I was like, oh, hello, All Time Low. It's like, and so it's like we manufactured this whole scenario just so I could bump into them. Just kind of like, it's cool for little me. So
Amazing. Amazing. That's cool. All Time Low are pretty cool. They're coming over, aren't they, soon? And that's
yeah,
going to
I
be
think they're
a huge
doing
gig.
O2, right? Yeah.
O2 with Mayday Parade and 4 Years Strong and someone else. I don't know who. But yeah, it looks like a really good gig. Okay, cool. Let me ask you this. If you could host or DJ any Christmas-based event, from
Ooh.
turning the lights on in London to a huge Christmas party at the O2, or any of the events that you actually are aware of that are Christmas events rather than ones I've just randomly selected, what would you choose?
um, I'd love to DJ. You know, this is probably shit, but like, you know, when everyone goes out on Christmas Eve for drinks and they just get hammered, like, I'd love to DJ that in a really joyous way and have it finish at like 10 o'clock so that everyone could go home and enjoy their Christmas days not too hungover. Like, I'd love to do like the pub, like just DJ at the pub and just have it like so nice and fun that people don't feel the need to get so drunk that they wake up for their Christmas dinner. Like, I think it'd be nice just to do that kind of Christmas Eve, everyone's giddy, little bit excited. Like, I don't know about you, but like I'm 25, right? And I'm still like, I wonder if Santa's been like, so it's like that
Yeah,
little feeling. Yeah, I think it'd be really nice.
I mean, I've got kids at home, and I still have that. Like, where's Santa been? Like, oh wait,
Yeah,
hang on.
yeah. Wait a second.
um, yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Just like a little kind of almost like a local pub
Yeah,
filled
but
with.
just make it a party, like rather than just having, I don't know, like in the northeast, sometimes you can walk into them pubs and it's just people drowning their sorrows, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you just made it fun and made it nice, then I think
Nice.
it would be really lovely.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Christmas Eve, big piss up and party.
Yeah, home by 10.
DJ by Maya Beth. Home by 10,
Home by 10.
obviously. Okay, cool. Right. Just a very quick little game here. It's called Santa's Set List.
I'm in.
Santa
Every time you
is.
say this, I'm like, I'm so for it already.
So Santa's doing a DJ set tonight for all the elves and reindeer at the North Pole, but he doesn't have a clue what to play. So I need you to pick 5 songs that you think will light up the North Pole and get those festive freaks moving.
Oh, what do I go to? What are my go-to songs if I feel like I need people to dance? Um, I mean, if I'm doing a festival or something and people are giving me nothing, um, then I'm gonna do. Do you know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do super edgy house music for the whole thing. I'm gonna do some pop classics as well. So I think "Love Today," Mika. That'll get people. That'll get people in. So the
Nice.
elf will be popping. Um, I think "I Love It," Icon of Pop. People can't help but dance to
Great
that.
song. Yeah.
They're like the two where I'm like, right, if people are struggling, I'm like, okay, let's bring out the big
Get
guns.
them moving. Yeah.
Um, I love Diana Ross, the boss.
Okay.
Like
Awesome.
that's that's a great song. Like, and I think it's one of them songs where even if people don't know it, like by the end of it, they're in. I like who sings it? Do you know what? I wish I didn't miss you anymore. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. I'm gonna have to Google it, but that is like
Yeah.
waiting for love to walk out. I wish I didn't miss. Angie Stone, that's like another great one. That like, again, sometimes you can see people hearing it for the first time, and they're like, oh, and they're like Shazamming, and that's a really nice moment. God, I love this playlist. I'm happy with this.
A huge playlist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what one more. Also honorable mention, just like to close the set. I love MacArthur Park. Um, who sings that? Um, it's like it's like Donna Summer.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but like that's like like literally, so it's like literally about it's like someone left a cake out in the rain. I didn't know if I could bake it, and it's like, and it was like, I'll never have that recipe again. It's just such a random, but it's so good. So I like closing sets with that. But we need one more big, big bad song that everyone can just enjoy. Let's make it Christmassy. Let's make
Okay.
it. Let's like, what's the song that the elves will like? A good Christmas belter. Oh, Step Into Christmas.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good shout. That's like so quick as well. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect. I mean, you are a DJ, so I don't know really what I'm expecting here. But like, I don't know if I've got asked that to, I think 8 more people, and I think it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. So I'm glad that you found ease in that. That was really awesome to see. It was like all the cogs were turning, and we got this amazing kind of slightly Christmassy set that Santa's gonna have to light up the North Pole with. So
I
I
mean, I love
appreciate it.
it. Yeah, I'm so
Thank
for it.
you. Cool. Let's go for your second act of the evening. It says main support, but some people just have 3 really big people on, so
Yeah,
they don't really like.
mine does not match in any way, shape, or form, and make your peace with it now.
Okay, that's
Um,
just the second act of the evening.
yeah, so I want the second act. I want it to be mainly The Offspring, right?
Okay.
But I want like pop punk, like and like almost emo kind of moments in it of like special guests. So I'd like them to
Love
bring out
that.
Blink 182. I want them to bring out who else do I want them to bring out Blink 182 for definite. I'd like them to bring out Good Charlotte. I'd like them to bring out Limp Bizkit, and I kind of want them each to kind of do like a song within the set, and me just have my brain melted repeatedly.
Amazing.
Like by going, this is so cool. Wow, I just got cooler. Ah, I just got cooler. The whole time. I mean, can we do Alive and Dead or no?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to. I really wish I'd seen original Linkin Park lineup, this Chester.
Mm,
Like that would have been amazing. So like, if I mean, if I could see him, that would be really cool to me. I think.
nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was special, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah. Okay, cool. So, Offspring, but bringing out loads of different artists that kind of perform
Yeah, and for
of
this
their
one,
own songs.
I want to be. I'm changing my drunk. I would like to be pints drunk, and I'd like to be with my boyfriend, and I'd like to just be
Nice.
like, I can't stand. You know the couple at a gig who just stand and nod together,
Yeah,
like it's nice for a song, but I want to be us two dancing, spinning me
losing it
around
a
on his
bit.
shoulders. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, just want to, yeah.
Enjoying the moment properly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I love that.
snog into songs that aren't appropriate to snog to. Like
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, cool. That's a really cool second act. Well, acts. I'm gonna yeah, acts. What's the encore song though? Or is there gonna be multiple?
Oh no, I think the encore's just Offspring.
Okay.
'Cause I think we've had all the moments, and this is like their moment, right before they go. Um, maybe what's it called? I've got it in my head. Thank you for being so patient as I search everything on my phone
No,
about my
it's
own
all good,
brain.
honestly.
You're gonna go far, kid.
Good song. Okay,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's a
strong
nice
choice.
thing to finish on. And like how I want it to be at this point in the night is I feel like sisters, we've had a fun, silly dance. And then the offspring, I want to get sweaty. I want to mosh. I want to be wearing flat shoes so I can just, yeah, just be beaten up by strangers in a loving way.
Nice.
Because every time I go to a gig, I'm like, why didn't I wear appropriate clothing to go in the mosh pit? So maybe I do an outfit change. And then yeah, and I want to be just like, when you're like so high on adrenaline and exhaustion, like by the end of the set, I just want to feel like euphoric but shattered.
Yes, yeah, no, I feel that. Okay, awesome. Wow, okay. So I feel like the headliner's gonna have to. We'll come on to the headliner in a minute, but they're gonna have to. They've got a lot to live up to already. You've kind of set the tone quite high. I love it. But yeah, I'm very intrigued now as well. But before we get there, it's time to open the Encore Advent calendar.
Yay! Let's do it.
So let me. Okay.
Oh,
So
it's
let me
so
just explain.
cute.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's lovely. Let me explain a few things here. So you have to pick a number between 1 and 24. Um, just to let you know, a few boxes have been filled by the Grinch, which means they have forfeits in. They're not anything too pressing, but a forfeit's a forfeit. Um,
I'm genuinely scared of the Grinch.
there is one box which is essentially we send you a gift. And then the rest of the boxes are genuine questions from past guests or the Encore Club team. So, uh, between 1 and 24, what is the number? I'll let you pick two.
Okay, let's do 17 first.
Haven't planned this part through too well. Stay open, 17. Okay. Okay. So this question is from former guest Tom Lynch. Tom Leach. Tom is a talent manager at HLD Talent. He is GK Barry's talent
Oh,
manager.
phenomenal.
Um, he is a huge friend to the podcast. Hi, Tom. And he has been really supportive since like 3 years before I even started it.
Oh.
So, anyway, his question is if it was the last day on Earth and you had to pick the first song, oh, sorry, the final song for everyone to hear, what are you choosing? So, it's the last day on Earth. Everyone gets to hear one more song on a huge tannoy, and you're picking it. What are you picking?
Oh, I don't know what my head just went into the show must go on by Queen. Like I just think how do you make a dramatic moment even more dramatic and even more heartbreaking? And
Love
like
that.
I think Freddie's resilience in that song of just being so unwell and aware of it and still defiant would be a nice energy to have
Good
as
shout.
as the world burned.
Okay, great choice. You can pick one more.
Okay, can I pick number 9, please?
Number 9. Okay. Number 9. This is from another guest called Winter Andrews. Winter, hello mate, is a American actor. He is he's in the new release on, I believe it's Hulu or HBO of the Murdoch murders. He's one of the actors in that. He
Insane.
was in uh, Law and Order as well. Sorry, Winter, this is terrible. I should probably know what you've been in, mate. He's also a musician. He's released some really lovely songs. Anyway, who are your two biggest heroes in life? I would make these celebrities if I were you, because the next question is who wins in a fight between them?
Um, let's do Kate Nash again. I mean, oldie bit of Goldie works. Who else do I like? Who do I think's Cool. Rylan came to my head.
Okay,
Like,
love it.
but I think for the same reasons as Kate Nash. Like, I just think he is kept consistently himself, and I think he has been very open and honest about his life and kind of things that he struggled with, but equally he's not let anyone make him feel bad for that. Like he's like always been very self-aware, but equally like a bad bitch. So I feel like yeah, I like people who are authentically themselves and don't change. I think that seems to be the theme.
Nice.
And
Okay, you're
use their
bringing to the fight.
platforms to help other people. I still feel like after saying all that lovely stuff about Rylan, I feel like Kate Nash would batter
Yeah, sorry, Rylan. Kate Nash is battering you, so
him.
fair enough. Okay, well that was your advent calendar questions. Thank you so much. Another very quick game, and it's a Christmas edition of a kind of podcast staple game that we've run since day one. It's called Play, Repeat, Delete. It is essentially Shag, Marry, Kill, but with bands
I'm in.
or artists. Um,
I keep saying
this is
I'm in. Every time I'm like, I'm in. I'm
yeah,
here. I'm
good.
here
I'm
for it.
glad.
I'm loving it.
Um, this is Christmas edition, so just to let you know, you've got to play one, repeat one, and delete one from existence. Um, I'm gonna change one of the people just because I feel like you've already
Mentioned them.
mentioned them in a negative light, so I don't want to
OMG.
make it easy for you. So we're gonna go with Coldplay, George Michael. Who do I want for the last one? You know what? It's their whole catalogue, so I'm gonna say Mariah Carey.
Oh, you've made this so easy for me. This is not even hard. And I also, yeah, I also feel like I would back my things to the end of the earth. So it's like, play is like, play them once, repeat is like, repeat it forever. Delete is
Exactly.
just get it going. Okay, easy. Play Mariah Carey. Repeat George Michael, including Wham. Delete Coldplay. Sorry. Goodbye.
Okay, hang on. hang on. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, you said that you don't like Mariah Carey's Christmas song.
Yeah, but I like Mariah Carey.
Fair enough. More than Coldplay, obviously.
Yeah, I really don't like Coldplay.
Really? Okay,
I'm
what is
so
it about?
and I'm so glad that they bring joy to so many people. I really am. Like as in like I
Very
love
diplomatic. I
yeah,
love
I
it.
love that so many people like them. Their music just makes me feel nothing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. And but I'm like, and also I think that's an important thing with music. Is like I don't think bad music exists because if it's making someone feel something, then like have Coldplay ever made me cry on a train? No, George Michael has. So that's why he will be played forever. Do
There you
they?
go.
Does he have the lyric "Wham Bam"? Do you know what I mean? Like it's like the Wham song. Like I just yeah, I think yeah, George Michael is my music taste to a T, like to a T.
You know what? That's
Um,
completely fair. That's
yeah.
completely fair. I can't really argue with that. There is definitely bands that are very popular that I really don't like. So
And that's
I can
okay. That's
I
like
can get on board with that.
completely
Yeah,
fine.
everyone's allowed to kind of experience music how they choose to, and
I
it's
think
not
the problem comes when people like it really upsets me when people go, "Oh, I hate Taylor Swift." I'm like, "No, you don't. You literally have never met her in your life." Like, as in,
yeah.
like, you can
Just
say
don't like the
her
music.
music's not for me. When people are like, "I hate them. I hate Coldplay." I'm like, "Well, you. I mean, again, I feel like everything I've heard about Chris Martin as a man seems pretty nice. I feel like he does a lot of good. A bit of an odd
What
thing to hate."
What are your thoughts on Nickelback?
I like look at this photograph. Like,
Okay, nice.
I don't know. I watched a lot of Kerrang as a kid,
Yeah.
so I feel like them two songs, Rockstar and Photograph, got rinsed. So that's all I think about. But I feel like again they're cool to hate, right? But that's a bit weird.
That's yeah. I think them and Coldplay get a bad rap in that space. So they're kind of like they're easy to hate. Nickelback was actually my first ever concert,
Was
and
it?
it was incredible. It's like the Silver Side Up album where every song was a banger and not too kind of overproduced for the kind of contemporary kind of pop audience and stuff. So, but yeah, I think they get a bad rap. Anyway, thank you very much for indulging me in that game. Let's go on to your headline act for the evening. Who are you having?
Okay. So before the headliner comes on, I want to feel sweaty and gross, right?
Yeah.
and then I want them to bring out blankets, and I want to have comfy chairs,
Okay.
and I want, this is a bit Christmassy bit, like I want the fairy lights to be fully on, I want the sun to have set, maybe even hot chocolates, Bailey's hot chocolates. And everyone just sits, and then everyone I've kind of been dotting about with, we're all kind of there together. Like, I want my mum and dad and grandma and granddad there, and like everyone's just kind of chilling. And then I want it to be Joni Mitchell performing like a folk set to like finish the night, almost
Amazing.
like a, like, you know, like your fight or flight, like, and then you kind of like rest and recharge. Like, I want to be in pure fight or flight the whole time, and then this is just the rest and recharge at the end of the evening. And yeah, I just want to watch Joni Mitchell sing.
Amazing. Okay. And before I ask you about Joni's encore song, um, your headline act always gets the opportunity to bring out a special guest to perform one song. It doesn't, like, it can be literally anyone in the world. I think at one point we had Barry from EastEnders coming out to do some karaoke with like Metallica or something like that.
Iconic.
But the stage is yours and Joni's, I guess. Um, who would join Joni and for what song?
I'd love it to be Cat Stevens, I think, Yusuf Islam.
Nice.
And I'd like them to do Father and Son. I just think that's just one of the most beautiful songs I've ever written. It's just,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I fully agree. Okay, what a choice, by the way. Huge. Joni and Cat Stevens. Okay, awesome. So does Cat Stevens stay on stage for the final encore of the evening, or is
No, I think this is like I want to have been quite chill, and I kind of like so the I always leave the gig during the last song to beat traffic, right? That's like my thing. And I'm like, but I want to not. Like, I want to listen to the full song and then there be no traffic. So if that could be arranged at my
that's
dream
fine?
gig, so I can just watch the very last second and I can watch them leave the stage without
We'll
having to
helicopter
rush.
you out
Fab,
at the
I'm
end.
in. Okay, good.
Sorted.
Sorted. Let's do that. And then I really like, which is funny because of my job, but I've always really liked it. I like, she's got a song called "You Turn Me On, I'm a Radio," um, and it's like got a lyric in it where it's like, "Oh, you don't like weak women because you get bored so quick, and you don't like strong women because they know all your tricks." And it's just like I just remember the child being like, "Ah, being a woman is complex." Like,
What a line.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, and I really like it, and like the whole song's just got like a lovely little like vibe to it, and I think it's a really nice way to close a night. Um, and she sings it with such emotion, so I think it works really nicely.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, cool. And that is your dream gig, Maya. You've completed it. You are officially a member of the Encore Club.
Yay!
An
I'm happy with
honorary
it.
member, may I say, a Christmas honorary member as well. Not many people are privileged enough to come on and say that they've done a Christmas episode with us. In fact, you are the first. So, um, congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to let you go just yet. I have a few bits just to round us off. We always end every episode with some wild would you rather's. So just to lighten the mood a bit,
I'm in.
we're gonna ask you some would you rather's, and then maybe you can tell us afterwards what you got going on. So let's start off with the would you rather's. Would you rather only be able to speak in Christmas song lyrics or only communicate in Home Alone quotes?
I think speaking Christmas song lyrics, you got a lot
Yeah,
more to play with there.
a lot more range. Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise you're just gonna slap in your face and go,
Although
ah.
at the rate they're making them Home Alone movies, it's getting easier and easier.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, isn't there like five or
Yeah,
something
I
now?
think there's like there's a new kid in them now.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's like been three kids, including Macaulay Culkin. It's mad, crazy, and they all do the kind of slapping in the face. It's been done. Okay. Would you rather your microphone randomly cut out mid-sentence? This is obviously whilst working. Or have your headphones start blasting static every 30 seconds?
Someone has never worked at Radio One before. I've had both them things happen to me. And
Really? Okay.
yeah, I've had my microphone cut out during a link and had to run to another microphone and then talking to that microphone while the other microphone was being fixed. I loved that. it felt like I was on the radio. I was like, oh, this is real. I just felt like it was like, oh, this is so exciting. Like, I think when little things go wrong like that, I love it. It's like a test. It's like a challenge. Whereas the static in your ears, oh, nah, no, no. I hate it so much. Especially if you're DJing in gigs where the decks are a bit older and you plug your earphones in and then it just, oh, the reverb. So yeah, I think I'd rather have the microphone cut out and find a way to get past that.
That's fair. Do you, I take you have like a producer on hand to kind of help you out in those moments? Is that right?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
pure chaos. Yeah.
I can imagine. Like, yeah, as if something's on fire. Fair enough. I mean, it's not going to be easy, is it? Um, would you rather spill coffee all over your DJ desk live on air, or trip over cables in front of a studio camera?
There's a man who works at Radio One who's an absolute icon, but terrifying, and he has a very strict no drinks in the studio rule. So I feel like if I spilt coffee all over it, I would feel the wrath of him, and correctly so. So I would take the embarrassment any day over letting him down.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. You don't want to upset the BBC elders. Let's
Yeah,
call them.
he is. No, he is respected, and as he should be.
There you go. Okay. All right. You're in a band. Would you rather have the Grinch as your drummer or Santa as your lead singer?
I'm really scared of the Grinch.
Really?
Yeah, as an adult, I do think it's a horror film. Like it
Jim
really.
Carrey one is pretty
Oh,
intense.
both of them. I don't know how they end. I presume he becomes good at the end because the Christmas film wouldn't know. Like haven't made it through it yet. Find
He
it that
dies.
that and
That's it.
Chitty Chitty no that and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang like horrors,
Really? The child
horrors.
catcher.
Oh nah, don't even mention his name. Like I just can't. And also I love horror films. Like I can do a
Really?
horror. Yeah, just can't do them.
Just can't do kid
Um,
horror.
yeah, can't do child horror. So I think Santa would have to be the lead singer. Also,
Okay.
that'd be pretty cool. Think about how many people would buy tickets to be on the good list. You'd be loaded.
Yeah, you could probably fund like the whole of Christmas for Santa as well. He'd be laughing then. It's all coming out of his pocket otherwise. Um, would you rather untangle 10,000 Christmas lights every morning or wrap presents for the entire UK music industry?
Oh, wrap presents. There's joy in wrapping presents.
There is, isn't there? Although I get very frustrated if like I've got close to the end and like I've managed to crinkle some paper and it's all looking a bit shit
Oh,
at that
mine
point.
always look terrible, but they're made with love. Like I'm
There you
not a beautiful rapper. I'm very much a I thought of you rapper.
fair. I think I'm just a bit of a perfectionist with it, but I'm also terrible at doing it. So it's like trying to match the two is horrible. Okay, last one. Glastonbury or Reading?
Oh, I mean, firstly, think about where I'm from. It would always be Leeds Fest over Reading Festival.
It's my bad. Yeah, sorry.
But like respect on the north. But Glastonbury still, it's magic.
Fair enough. Not that much respect on the north then.
Semi respect on the north.
Amazing. Maya, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Please, before you go, let everyone know what you've got kind of coming up, what you're doing at the moment. And yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and thank you to you too. I've had such a lovely time chatting. So yeah, I'm currently on the Gladiators tour, which is really fun. Hosting that in like arenas all around the UK. I'm on Radio One as well, which is gorgeous. Still like saying that. And yeah, got a lot of exciting stuff coming up next year. Not all of which I can say, but my main thing is I'd like to be able to do a handstand. That's my end of year goal. That's my Christmas goal. I'm getting so close now. So I would just like to get up on Christmas Day, do a handstand, and then
That's
yeah,
it's a great goal.
yeah.
My little brother's a professional dancer and acrobat, so if you need help with that, I
Oh my
can
god.
sort you out.
Yes, if there's any tips and tricks, I'll take them.
I'll get him to let me know and I'll message you on Instagram.
Please,
Maya,
I'll have
thank you
it.
so much. It's been incredible. The first of many Christmas episodes, and you've made it very fun.
Oh,
And
thank
you've
you.
spent a lot of time with me, so I really appreciate
It's
you
all good.
taking the time. Um, Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I look forward to listening to the rest of them as well. I'm excited to see
Amazing.
who else has come on the show.
Thank you very much. Awesome.